Biggest compliment I think I've had in a long time. Dad, you hear that? You're black.
And we are on the bonus content with Big Pandia. And I talked a little bit, like, I just put it out, but we didn't talk about it on the regular episode, but I want to talk about it. Do you play video games, or are you a video game
So
guy?
I used to play when I was in middle school, high school, quite a bit. Like I grew up gaming, like
Okay.
pretty aggressively, and then
How did that change? So, like, usually it doesn't change.
I know it's weird. I mean, I have a PS5 at my place now, but I just I like play like 3 games. Like when God of War came out, I played that.
Okay.
So I really like certain specific type of games now. I
What
don't
were
play
you playing in
everything.
middle school?
I played like first person shooters, like Halo. Like I played Gears of War. So I played
yeah.
those online. Like I love to play online. I was like the
You
ranking and all
were
that
saying
stuff.
the N word to people online. You were
Well, I was doing that in real life too. But yeah, I no,
Can
it's
you say it because
yeah. No, you cannot. I cannot say.
no,
it.
I cannot say it. But
No, and it was fun. Like I had friends. I would like
you
know,
say
play with.
if your father is black, I'll be like, yeah.
Yeah. You'd be like, okay, that's good. That's the biggest compliment I think I've had in a long time. Dad, you hear that? You're black. So yeah, I was used to that, and I think it is a good like when I started playing him here. It was like before I was really touring a lot because I'd be
Okay.
like, all right, in a 10 hours, if I have like a local spot at night, and if I have the day, I have 10 hours in the day. I can write for an hour. I can post like whatever.
Yeah,
right?
work out, meditate, everything.
But then
you
I
do in
still
your
have
day.
like an hour or two to kill, and rather than go out, go drink, go do something like bad, I could play a video game for an hour. And like,
Hey, going out for drinks is not bad.
yeah, but if you're doing it every day, like I said, going back to what I was saying, it's like
It's-
I'd rather be a little more
Yeah.
productive, and so it was fun. I used it for that, and I think I liked that, and it was good. But now I don't have. I need a new game. I need something new to play.
Okay, because I bring this topic because I actually wanted you to not be like that much of a gamer.
Okay, good. Yeah.
That because I am because I have a lot of free time, but I've been seeing a lot of videos, and I just wanna see your perspective. And you have a girlfriend? Do you live together?
No.
Damn it. Okay, well, but she's on your place and sometimes.
Yeah.
That they get so angry, like a group of them. Obviously, not. I'm not talking for all women, but when guys turn on the like, there's something connected with the sound.
Oh yeah.
And there's a lot of video of the guys like, I don't know why my PlayStation does this sound
the
every
girl get
every
mad.
time I turn it on. They turn it on. It's like, boop. Are you gonna turn that shit again?
Yeah.
And it's like, I don't
Yeah.
know why the hate, because it's like, as you said, you're not going out for drinking. You're not
Yeah.
like doing crazy stuff. You're not doing drugs. It's like you're in your house spending 1 hour of your time
Sure.
in this that is like your entertainment. Like, why this will get them mad?
I think it's more of like it for my girlfriend. I don't think she's ever seen me, but I think it's like from what I've heard her say, it's unattractive. It's like, oh, look at this little nerd on the couch playing a game. It's like not masculine to be like, I'm fighting online. Like it feels kind of
This
like,
kid is beating my ass.
yeah, like it's just like I think it's a little bit of a thing where it's like it's kind of like the ick. You know, you've heard
Okay,
what
it's
that
the
is.
ick.
I think a lot of like I think for her, if she was to see me like really getting passionate about something, and oh, by the way, it's not all women. Like to your point, I
No,
think,
no. It's like it's
Yeah.
a group. Like there's always group. Like there's group of women that are gamers.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah,
so-
100%. And there's people who like that and do it together or
Yeah.
whatever. But I think for a lot of women are like, this is also, I'm here in the house. Talk to me. Let's do something together. I think a lot of people are like, why are you?
Okay.
Why would you take your time
And here,
to do that?
and here I go. This is your time as a man that you
Yeah.
spend.
It's your hobby. It's your personal.
This is your hobby.
Yeah.
There's some hobbies that women have that also takes a bunch of time.
Sure.
And I believe if men start like complaining the same way to these hobbies they have,
Mm,
it will be a problem. Like,
yes.
for example, sometimes they like to experiment with makeup. And they, oh, I saw this online, I want to try it. And it's like something that takes like 20, 30 minutes
Sure.
for a really nice makeup. Imagine every time like she puts her stuff out to
You
have a
freak
makeup,
out.
you're like, again? Are you going to do that shit again? Like, come on, I'm here in the house.
Have you seen Calvin Evans' joke about this?
No.
He's got a great joke where he's like, you know, women get pissed off you're playing video games. He's like, they walk around, like, as soon as you see they turn out like, wow, you're going to play make-believe? You're going to play this dumb shit? It's not even real. And you're like, what if every time a girl put on makeup, you're like, wow, you're going to play make-believe? You play this dumb shit?
This
It's
is-
I'm doing the joke disservice. It's a very good joke, but he's like, you gonna play? He's like, you gonna play make believe with your face? Like, so
what is that? Imagine when they go to like the hair salon. Like it usually takes like about
it's like
an
3-4
hour,
hours sometimes.
3-4 hours.
It depends what they're doing, but yeah.
That depends on what they do. But let's say regularly like 1 hour minimum. Imagine you being like that. It's like, oh, you're gonna do this again. Like,
Yeah.
it's like this is your hobby. This is what you.
Well,
like
that's
to
why I
do, you're
kind of
doing it
like
to yourself.
I've never lived with a significant other yet, and I think
And this is what.
yeah, fuck, this is why I'll never do it. It's like one of those things where I'm like, I kind of like, I mean, a lot of that stuff that we do that probably would annoy each other, we do separately.
Yeah.
And so I think then when we spend time together, it's like we're making a conscious decision to do something together. And I think that's exciting, that's nice, and that keeps a nice separation. Because like, especially when you're like touring as a comedian, you're already not in your home a lot. So coming back, you're like, I just want to be by myself for a little bit. Like, I don't want to go and do another thing or be around another person. So
Yeah, or maybe if you do it because you're like, I do want to be with you, but I don't have the energy to do what you want to do.
yeah, I just want to exist.
That person will feel like if you didn't want to be here, don't be here. It's like, I kind of don't want to be here. I just want to be with you.
Yeah, and I think that's the way to say it is like have the conversation before, because otherwise, and if some, like I said, they get pissed off, ask them why. Be like, what about it don't you like? And then if they say it's like I find you unattractive, you're like, well, I'd rather have sex with you than play this game. But there's some men who are like,
because
no,
there's some. I'm playing this boss in Elden Ring. Like,
yeah. So it's just like I think figure it out in your own relationship. But that is funny that's like we should start doing it to their shit, you know?
Because I have this girlfriend, and sometimes she came over without telling me, and I was like on a game night with some friends, and more during COVID, like during that time period, like a lot of people were jumping online.
Yeah.
I have a bunch of friends, like a really nice group of friends that we just were playing like once a week, like twice a week. And when the COVID end, like we keep the tradition because we really like to spend the time together. And one day she came over, and usually if my girlfriend's here and like I'm not playing because my time is with her, but she came here when I was already playing, and I was like, let me play like 2-3 like more, and then I'll jump off. And I'm like, basically, if it is in real life, it's like basically you were invited to a barbecue. Imagine going to a barbecue and then being like, I don't know, I'm leaving because
of course. You're like, let me. I don't want to be rude. You know, I gotta stay a little bit, play a little bit. Yeah, I get that.
It's like, and I believe women don't see that. Like, there are some people that make friends online that are like super strong friends.
Yeah, it's a community. It is. I mean, especially like to your point during COVID, like people needed any connection. And I think,
and if you like, they plan, oh, let's play this night, and you just
and
like,
you're the one who's like, well, actually, I can't. You look like, well, we all made time for this.
Yeah, and we plan it. Like we plan ahead for this. So why?
Yeah, we all don't have girlfriends.
You're the only one we want.
Wow, you got to be doing girlfriend and playing.
So I was like, give me a moment. Let me play like 2 more rounds.
What was her reaction to that?
I believe the first round she was okay with it,
and after 2 she's like,
but then like this first round ended, and she saw me looking for the second round, and she's like, I thought you were down. It's like, with the first round, I told you.
Yeah.
Like this one, that's it. And I believe I remember usually in these games I believe it was like this kind of game that they drop like 100 people in an island and just shoot yourself. Usually, like you don't get it. You don't make it to the end because it's competitive.
Yeah.
I remember the second round we fucking won, and usually if you don't win, if they kill you at the beginning,
you're done.
It's like 5 minutes and that's it.
Yeah.
Like, oh bye. Like I was like dying on purpose, and my team's like, oh, reviving me and killing everybody else. I was like, we're winning.
Yeah, then you start to perform differently. Yeah.
And she's like, can you? I thought we were gonna watch them. We're gonna watch it after this.
Yeah.
And the other thing with the same topic is like, I don't know if you know, but lately there's so much money in gaming. And
yeah, I feel like that's been the Twitch streaming was. I don't hear as much about Twitch anymore.
Not even that. Like when you play games and you earn stuff by playing it, like skins and things like that adds value to your account. And this is something that happened, and it goes related because it was this girlfriend that, at this point, I do understand it because kind of. Like I didn't. I believe she was like she did too much, but I did understand why she was mad. She said like he was playing too much NBA 2K24 or whatever, he was playing too much that, and she was done with it. Like he was spending too much time on that, and she broke the game and deleted the account.
Oh.
And apparently, like I don't have a way to fact check, like, but apparently the account was valued on $4,000, like four hundred
Because
thousand
of all
dollars,
the stuff.
because
that
all
the
this
person,
go.
yeah, yeah.
Dude, he went rampage. And everybody on the comments usually are like, well, there's like two sides. Like,
Yeah, of
women were
course.
like, yeah, like is he a kid, is he a boy? And people were like, dude, imagine like you get mad at your girlfriend and you destroy her car, like this is,
Yeah, yeah.
and it's like,
Yeah, I don't think you should go that far to delete it. I mean,
I've seen that with Redemption.
Yeah.
Like, people spend a lot of time, and,
Yeah.
and girlfriends being like, "Oh, I'm done," and they delete the account, and the guys are like, "You just."
Yeah, I've seen those videos too. I mean, I think that's like obviously there's been repeated conversations at that point. Like, people are upset and no resolution, and then you don't get to a point of deleting anything until you've been arguing about it for months. Like, that's like a prolonged.
Yeah, but don't delete
argument.
it. Like,
No, I agree. I don't think you should still, but I think like
because
before
this is,
that you should address it.
This is your property. It's like I don't
Yeah.
like your makeup, and if you throw a mascara of your girlfriend,
Yeah.
you're gonna have
Yeah,
a big
yeah,
problem.
exactly.
Like,
Yeah.
this one, because there are some that are like, oh, this is $1,000. Imagine you just like
No,
are
I don't.
done,
I
and
would
you just
never.
throw it.
I mean, with my girlfriend stuff, like we like keep stuff at each other's places now, and like I don't touch her. Like, I don't fuck with it. You know, I just leave it. I don't.
Yeah, that's
it's
her
her stuff and my stuff. Like, I think she knows I take care of my stuff.
How's your
and
bathroom looking? You have a lot of stuff around.
I actually made a. So this is a big, this is a big step in our relationship.
Okay.
Like, I made a bathroom drawer for, because she was like, "Oh, you don't have this for," and I was like, "Here's a drawer. I put all your shit in there. Leave all my, like, we have a nice separation of stuff."
Yeah, but it's like on the drawer. It's not on top.
No,
of
no,
the-
I don't. My place is very. I like it a certain way. I'm like, no, we're not putting it on top.
And she's like, you don't love me anymore.
Yeah. No, but it fits. She doesn't have that. She doesn't have that much
Okay.
stuff.
But my thing is like with that, like that there's some accounts that I look into this. Counter-Strike 2, for some reason, some of the account are valued on, try to guess,
You said
the most expensive one in Counter-Strike.
50,000 more. You said 400 for the other thing, so I'm gonna say 700 million.
More.
2 million?
Like $1.4 million.
Jeez.
Imagine having an account that is like
That's crazy.
that amount of
So
money.
when they say value, that means like the amount of time you spent to collect.
and the skins you have, like
Yeah.
I know for sure that there are some skins in one game called League of Legends that I do not play it.
I think at this point it's pretty established.
lot.
You play.
League of Legends that are fake. I just say like everything and all. the
Yeah,
skins.
all the stuff about it.
The skins about Arcane are
Yeah.
no. There are some skins that are, to buy it, it costs like $300. That is a lot of money for a skin, but you can earn it through the game.
Yeah.
So, and there's some that they release it for a time, like
It
let's
goes away
say
or
1
whatever.
year, and
Yeah.
if you don't get it, you don't get it.
Yeah.
And when the time pass, those accounts that have the skins, they get more value because it's like, this skin no one can
Yeah,
have
it's a
it,
rare. Yeah,
only
it's
you.
like everything. It's like a limited drop.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and so it raised the price. So there's people that cancel the account for like in League of Legends, it's not that crazy, but it's like $15,000.
Still pretty crazy for a video game.
So
though.
imagine
yeah.
having that,
Yeah, I'd be pissed too. I mean,
and it's like, oh, I'm gonna delete your account. It's like,
everything I have from my
this
like,
was your daughter's college, okay?
everything I have from my career like is devaluing. I'm like, here's my album that went #1 on iTunes. Like, yeah, fucking, this is dumb. These jokes are bad.
But you know what? Like, keep your PS5, keep it around, because now I've seen like Game Boy Colors that
Oh,
they're
yeah.
selling for $300.
yeah,
and
yeah.
It's like,
No, I'm gonna keep it.
what?
I mean, I also use it to like stream shit. It's like my TV, right? So I have everything on there.
Yeah.
So I'm not gonna get rid of it, but I do think it is funny. Like, in comedy, everything is so nothing accrues in value. No one's like, oh, that joke is better now. Every joke gets outdated for the most part.
Not only on data is like with Bart. I had a conversation with Bart King recently and on the podcast and episode 29, and basically he was being super AI phobic. Like, I hate everything with AI because like it's
Yeah,
doing this, and which is as we see it now is true. And I was like, imagine in 15, 20 years you have a daughter and your daughter is like, oh, this is my boyfriend, he's a robot, and he went super racist, like, not in my house.
Yeah.
You're not fucking my daughter. It's like that clip. If someone sees it in like 20, 25 years, imagining that
Yeah.
they're like now part of the community, like they're treated like maybe let's say dog. In 20 years, they're like a dog. That is part of the family. It's not just a robot. It's not something
Sure.
an object. At that point, they will be like, we need to cancel this motherfucker. And now it's a joke, but in 2025,
Yeah,
you wouldn't know.
nothing really. Obviously, a lot of jokes don't age well, and that's the
They're
kind
like the
of
blue shoe, like in 20.
yeah, yeah. But you also have to like. That's why it's the. I do like the element of comedy though, where it's like it forces you to be good because you're like I can't just sit on my same act
Yeah.
for 10 years and tour and not never change anything to adapt with the times.
Yeah, because
like,
it dies.
yeah, it dies, but also like things change, your views change, your life changes. You should be writing jokes that reflect your current position in life, right? If you're never updating your material, you're not growing as a performer, but also as a person. So I kind of like that. It is a little of a you're chasing something that never stops though. So you're like I'm constantly writing new stuff because you're like, well, I'm never done. I'm changing. The world is changing. I have to also update my shit. So it is a little bit of like an exhausting endeavor. It's like I just constantly doing this, you know.
Okay. And this to end this the bonus content. I believe it's a nice question, like the last question on the episode. What is the newest joke that you love that you're like this reflects this the new me where I
Yeah.
am right now?
That's great. This joke I just started doing like a week ago, and I've been opening with it, which I like, but I might have to put it a little later in the set because
Okay.
it sometimes turns people
Then-
off. But basically, the joke is
I just thought about sexually. They're like, oh, I don't want to fucking hear
yeah,
anymore.
like so we talk about trust and all that stuff. Like, if I roll in with the hot riff, then I can go into this. If I just start cold with this, it's a little bit much.
Okay, later.
But the joke, basically, the summary of it is, like, if a black person gives you a compliment, there is a 50% chance you try and act black. Like, why is that? You know? So it's like
Okay.
I do an act out where a black guy says something to me, and I respond. I'm like, like a black scent, basically. And I was like, I'm so sorry. I don't know why I said that. You know? So the joke is very good because it's kind of sets up a lot of the stuff I do where it's like, it is a little like racial, but it's a lot of tongue in cheek. And it's also self deprecating because I'm like, I look not cool in the
Yeah,
joke.
yeah.
So then it gives me license to kind of like shit on other people because I've already shit on myself.
Yeah.
You know? So I really like it for that reason. It's very succinct. It kind of says who I am really quickly, like confident, but also like embarrassed. You know, it's like a
Okay,
weird,
yeah.
like I think
A
I
weird
find
mirror.
it. Yeah, it's a weird way to describe who I am, but it is like a lot of my comedy is like that. It is like confident, but it's also self-deprecating, but then it's also like shitting on others. So it's like it's kind of all these things don't really seem like they
Just
work.
passing the shit around.
Yeah, literally, that's what it is, and I feel like it's my unique brand is that, and I am like, how does that joke kind of does all that in like
Nice.
10 seconds. So
So there you go. Like being 15% black. As I told you, your father is black. Now.
there you go, full circle.
Full
Yeah,
circle.
first circle.
And with that, we're gonna end the bonus content. Anything you wanna say about it? This is gonna come out in about 3 weeks, so
Okay.
it will be for November.
For November, 3 weeks. I'm headlining Zany's November 26th again, so come and get tickets to that. Otherwise, just see me on the road. See me everywhere. Vic
On
Pondia.
OnlyFans. There you go.
Yeah.
Bye. Adios.
Adios.